And there we have it. It's going to be World Gamer Nation from New York taking on DSRack from Copenhagen, Europe versus America. Only a few seconds before we see these great matches. It's going to be 4 PvP battles. There can only be one champion, and let's wait and see who it's going to be. It's been a hard road, but look, we're seeing it all start up now. We're going to hop into spectator mode as soon as possible, and the action is going to be kicking off very soon. DSRack versus World Gamer Nation. Here we go.
And this is the Detroit lobby, and we're actually starting off with the map Chicago Tour, and that's a map we haven't seen DSRack on yet.
Oh, okay.
Really looking forward to seeing what they can pull out here.
They drove in a train formation. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, of course, slipstreaming.
Exactly, that's what we're oh, not a good start there for one of the DSRack players. I think it was Dolly there, just slammed into an oncoming traffic of cars, and it's all pretty close at the moment. And a key thing to note here is look at all of the cars. They've all maxed out their cars to 198, the highest you could get up for level 10 at the moment. And that's going to keep it very even. And Ghost from DSRack is currently in first, Taxicab second, Bandit Ra from World Gamer Nation third. Oh, he's just slipped a fourth. DSRack 5 has taken the third place there. So DSRack are currently just edging closer. And oh my God, it's all changing between third, fourth, and fifth right now. DSRack 5, Dole, and oh my God, it's still changing at the beginning. It's going crazy right now.
So many position changes right now. They are all going at it with their absolute best. And World Gamer Nation, DSRack, both of the teams really showing that they belong in the finals. And they are just putting on an amazing show right here.
There's some clever cutting as well over there.
Yes, there are corners in every map that you need to be cutting, and those coming up right now on the screen are not one of them.
Is this closer than you expected, Nicholas? Because you were so confident. Oh my God! Who was that? It was DSRack 5. He took a massive tumble there. That's put him back to fourth place right now. Oh, we're losing a bit of connection there. Something changed. Nope, there it goes. So we've got Ghost in first for DSRack Taxi Club second. DSRack 5 has managed to get back to third, and Bandit Ra in fourth. It's pretty even right now, but DSRack have just got that slight advantage.
We do just have 4-point advantage where the way it looks right now if it ends like this, and I'm confident that that's enough for the guys to just take 4 points every map. Oh, and
just
actually
sliding in between them.
Yeah, so DSRack 5 actually managing
really
to divert a bit
over there.
And Bandit Ra's made his way up to second place, and it's DSRack 5 and Taxicab who are doing a swap round. DSRack 5 is coming up to the side of Bandit Ra. He's going to go try to take him. If they hit a corner very soon, though, Bandit Ra might be able to edge into him. But no, DSRack 5 is not going to allow it to happen. Bandit Ra just takes him round the corner, and it's still all changed for that second and third position right now. And it's impressively close, but DSRack Ghost is just running away with it at the moment. He's nowhere to be seen.
And you actually just see the skyline here on DSRack 5 beating out the Mustang quite a bit. And it's doing incredibly well at just staying at top
side
speed.
swipe.
They're taking each other out.
Yeah, but they actually managed to set back one of WGN's players and secure some positions of their own.
So
and actually Bandit Ra just needs to make a few mistakes here, and he will get surpassed by Dollar of DSRack 5.
Oh, and Bandit Ra's doing his best there. He's
so
keeping him at bay. He's keeping Dolly behind, and he's on that straight. You saw him use the nitro boost. He's doing everything to stay ahead right now because he knows he's the front runner for his team. But look at that. Dolly's coming up towards the side of him. He's got DSRack 5 on the side of him as well. They're going to try push him out of position. You can see they're trying to move him, trying to hit the back end of his car there, and Bandit Ra is just holding strong. He knows that he needs to keep that position. He can't give up his place, and no, DSRack 5 just takes it, but he might have swung out there. Bandit Ra stuck out completely, and look at that. DSRack have taken first, second, and third. They've finally done what we'd seen them do before, but it's still all to play for.
I can't help but feel jingles right here, because I am so hoping for the best of this match, and they are just overtaking each other left and right.
This is by far the best race we have seen so far. It's
yeah,
so
there is
so
amazing
close,
position all the way around.
Even at the top with the first few players, it's only the Ghost who managed to keep a massive lead. But look at that. He's gone from first to third. We've got Bandit Ra in second right now. So Bandit Ra is keeping World Gamer Nation's hope alive at the moment. He's the one who's really fighting up front. But Taxicab's all the way back in fourth.
And the finish actually coming up now, and Bandit Ra might just go past, but no, he gets blocked out, and oh, photo finish.
That will be close. We'll have to check who exactly took that.
I believe that's
think it was
Dolly.
Dolly. So DSRack would have gone first. World Gamer Nation position second, and Ghost onto third there. Fantastic and intense, close racing from these guys off the first map, and this is why they are both in the world finals, and we will have to see what's going to happen in the second race. Chris, what did you make of that?
You can't get it closer than that. It was really, really good to see the change of position all the time, and we have seen some different tactics at the same time. Try to take each other out a little bit, do some smart cutting, do some smooth driving. You see a lot of stuff at the same time. It's hard to keep up with everything.
Nicholas, that's got to be on your mind completely there. That was so close. When DSRack took first, second, and third, I thought, oh my God, are we just going to see a repeat of what we saw before?
Not
How
again.
was that for you?
Well, I was feeling I was having the same feeling, like, oh my God, are they just gonna take this thing by storm? Or well, I wasn't surprised when World Domination came back a bit, because they are skilled and they made some really good choices in certain corners, cut into the sides of people, and made a very good tactical choices in the later corners of the map. And it ended up paying off really well for them, and they now secured like only a few points less than DSRack, I think.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait for the scoreboards now, but we'll go on to the second map very shortly, and that was just fantastic. Sorry, Chris, what were you going to say just then?
I say that New York is putting up a lot bigger battle than you anticipated, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they are, but they toned down their very aggressive sort of wrestling.
They changed their tactics as
They
well.
changed it
They tried
to fit the map.
you.
Yeah.
You said that you were...
So maybe I sold out my team a
prepared.
little bit. is what
Yeah,
you're
just
saying.
a little
But
bit.
they are prepared as well.
So it's going to be Grant Park Loop next. That's going to be the second map. How do you fancy yourself for this map?
I think it's a really good map for us, actually. I'm scared about World Domination on this because it is more of a wrestle map.
And they are very aggressive. Well, they can be very aggressive.
And
but
their drive
I'm sure
muscle.
you've prepped your guys for it. We're going to hop into spectator mode straight away. It's going to be all engines go at the beginning here. Let's see where the scoreboards have led us to. Bandit Ra currently in first, but it's all going to be planning out on this corner. And look at that, Dolly from DSRack. He tried to get shunted out of the way, but he's taken first. And here we go, Bandit Ra and Dolly are fighting off crazy. Whoa, what happened to Dolly there? Bandit Ra shoved him out of the way and has pushed himself into first position. This is what World Domination wanted. Ghost in second, Dolly in third. DSRack have got second, third and fourth right now, so Bandit Ra can't lose that first position. And look at the score update on the board. DSRack are just 4 points ahead of World Domination overall, currently in the lead, 20-16.
Amazingly close so far, and even in this race alone, they are just sticking to each other. Like, there is only a cutoff in first and second, and the rest are just on top of each other.
Bandit Ra got pushed into one of the
Nasty
trucks that was
takeout.
sat there. He's been pushed all the way back to third place. That's led Ghost and Dolly from DSRack to take first and second, and they are going to be racking up the points if they can hold on to this position. Bandit Ra's fighting back on this straight. He's turned that corner a lot better than Dolly right now. Come up on the side of him, has taken him and gone into second position. He's going to be looking to hold that off. He's kind of sliding out a bit there. He's trying to fight back very aggressively against Dolly right now. But look what's happening for first with Ghost. Ghost is able to take this quite steadily and just push forward. He's almost 100 yards in front of anyone else right now. And he's got a straight road ahead of him.
You can see he's holding him off very effectively. But he was trying to use the nitros, but...
So Bandit Ra is all the way back in second at the moment. He can't really see Ghost, but he's trying to close on him. He's taking every little bit of the shortcuts there.
Oh, and actually slides out a bit there. And
look at Dolly, took the advantage.
Oh, and that's how much it takes. He just slided for, what, 0.2 seconds, and
It was
he lost
tiny.
He lost so much speed, and it costs him everything.
Wow, that spin. That was Ghost there. He has managed to keep his first position. He's got quite a lead, but that's surely going to make him suffer just a little bit, and he's still got quite a way to go. Currently, Ghost and Dolly from DSRack in first and second. You've got DSRack 5 in third, and DSRack are just running away with it at the moment.
He must be dizzy now.
That was
after
just
that
the first lap even. There's 2 more to go.
Exactly, still a way to go.
With the amount of pole position changes and changes along the entire map, I mean, Jesus, they are just going at it left and right, and especially Bandit Ra. He's giving it his best.
Yeah, he's giving it his all, but it's not quite enough right now. And what DSRack have to be careful of here is making sure that they don't take each other out. They need to be careful on all of these corners. As we keep saying, they need to follow that streamline. They just need to hang back and work around each other. Don't end up taking out your opposite team.
And actually, right now, they're just they're lining up quite nicely in the front here and just benefiting off each other's speed. And it makes it a lot easier to control the car as well, because you don't have all the wind pressure on you at all times. So just it all of a sudden becomes very free right behind the guy in front of you.
We're following DSRack 5 now, and he can see both of his teammates in front of him. He's quite a way back, which could actually benefit him, because if he's going to be knowing, he'll be able to communicate to the rest of his teammates and say, look, they're coming up fast. And I believe it's Bandit Raz behind him is about nearly 100 yards, about 0.65 there.
And he will be able to hold them off this way.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means DSRack has control of the race now.
And DSRack are working so hard on this. As Nicholas has been saying, they've been all working together on the tactics, looking at the best routes to take, and it's showing right now. But World Gamer Nation, they're giving it their all. They were doing so well at the beginning. Bandit Ra's been trying to chase onto DSRack 5 for so long right now. All it's going to take is one mistake from DSRack, and it could all change around.
I just have to note on this beautiful driving from Ghost. Like he gets to a corner, like a money transport or some big truck is there. He manages to just brake in time, take his time, and then another car arrives right after, and he just he just pulls up and manages to
Bandit Ra just slid through oncoming traffic there. He just about made it past them. Lost a bit of speed as well, and that's not ideal for him. He can... How far away is it? I'm trying to see such a far distance on the map, but he's probably only a few hundred yards away from his opponent right now.
He's forcing he's forcing a little now. When he's really a front runner, I think. When he's in the lead, he almost drives effortlessly. And now you
look at this. He's right on the tail of DSRack 5. He's coming up fast and furious. Will he be able to take him on this straight here? He's coming around now. And look at it. The nitro's being engaged. DSRack 5 is right in his sights. Oh, and DSRack 5 just comes in front of him. Yes. They're going to go through the checkpoint together. But Bandit Ra is so close right now. Yeah. And look at that. Oh my God, it's a battle. Bandit Ra takes third place, but oh no, DSRack 5's not going to let him have it. And they're going to come to this corner, and they need to be so careful. And look at that. They're just shunting each other out the way. Bandit Ra still unable to take third place, and he is trying so hard right now. He needs to be careful of that. Oh no! That oncoming traffic. That's pretty much killed him off for the rest of this game.
DSRack 5 did exactly what he needed to do here. He was the goalkeeper for his team. His only job was to keep people away. He managed to just stay back and annoy Bandit Ra enough to make him crash and effectively put him out of the race.
And this is what's happened now. DSRack has managed to get nicely ahead. They've got no real worries. It was only DSRack 5 that's going to have to do any fighting, and he just pretty much took White Rod going on to StarCraft there. Bandit Ra out of the game there.
That was the best defensive driving I've seen so far.
Yeah, and this is why these guys are in the World Finals right now. Superb display of skill. So we're looking at World Gamer Nation. Taxi Cab, we saw him do so well in the previous games.
He's been sort of invisible so far.
Yeah, we haven't really seen much from him as of yet, and he really needs to step it up for his team if they want to challenge DSRack here. There's only 4 points separating them at the moment, but if DSRack manage to take first, second, and third, that's going to be an astronomical difference. That's going to give them a 16-point lead if I'm right off the top of my head.
That's got to be bad for morals.
And there we go. The race is finished. First, second, and third go to DSRack. They nitro through the finish line. World Gamer Nation take 4th, 5th, and 6th. And that's going to be a 16-point lead for DSRack going into the third map. What do you think of that, Nicholas? Are you happy now?
That is a great result, no doubt. I feel like they showed a lot of patience on DSRack's side, and just didn't stress about it in the start, and let World Gamer Nation get the positions they needed, and they just held back and tried to wait out their opponent's mistakes, which is strategically genius move. Just letting the others knock themselves out and then have a shot at the finish line.
What about you, Chris? What did you think of that? That was a superb race.
This was a controlled victory almost, and It takes some great skills to do that, both collectively, but also individual performance was very good, and I really liked the blocking there. I normally don't like blocking at all, but this day was very, very skilled. That was a good thing.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to really want to play now. I'm seeing all this intense racing, and I'm like, come on, I want to get involved as well.
Yeah. I did have a go at the rig we have set up over here, so I have been playing for like
sit on that
2
after
minutes.
we finished.
Yeah.
So we'll wait for the guys to join the lobby and go into the third map. But DSRack's going to have quite a lead now. They managed to take first, second, and third on that previous race. World Gamer Nation have a lot of catching up to do, but it's not impossible, and they've been driving really well at the same time. Bandit Ra and Taxi Cab, they're the guys we need to look out for. They're the ones that can change this around for New York right now. But currently, Europe's doing just that little bit better. And we'll be bringing on the next race very soon. It looks like it's Windmill Rally again. It's going to be the dirt side of things. Oh, I love a bit of dirt being added into the mix of this. Are your guys ready for this, Nicholas?
Oh, most definitely. I'm kind of worried still about World Gamer Nation. They are brawlers at heart. And I feel like the first corner in particular is going to tell me a lot.
I think
so we just had the scores.
They will be better in the dirt, I think.
So the scores were 44 to DSRack and 28 to World Gamer Nation.
So 16.
Quite a lead already, a 16 lead difference, as I said before. Let's get into this race. Let's see if it's all going to change around. But currently we got on the first corner. This is where it can all happen.
They're all tagged through turks.
And actually DSRack started in a pole position here, so they could take the first corner relatively safe. We see one guy sort of being brawled back here, but he's driving the Raptor. He's driving the F-150 like I talk about.
And that's a good car to kind of bash the opposition out of the way. Perfect for the drifting races here. And look at this. Ghost Dolly taking first and second for DSRack. Taxi Cab, he's shown up, but we didn't see him earlier on. But look, Dirt is suiting him. He's currently in third. DSRack 5 is... No! DSRack 5 just went into third place. And look at this again. We're seeing DSRack in complete control. Let's see what World Gamer Nation can do, because we know how strong they can be on these dirt races. And look at that jump. I love watching the graphics over this jump.
Tricky.
And there's no way to get past those big trucks. You could see that just clearly.
Taxi Cab, they're managing to overtake DSRack 5 again, and that was just, I was saying, the corner's tricky.
Yeah, you got to be so careful, because if you nitro boost over it as well, you've got to take that corner perfectly.
And I know that corner to be like, you don't have the time to brake really. You're on dirt and you just landed from a jump. So you don't have the time to properly brake, and it's really hard to take it very narrowly. You have to take it sort of wide, and when you do that, if the guy behind you landed better somehow, he's going to overtake you without any issues.
And look at that Taxi Cab. He's managed to... Oh, it's all swapping around. He's currently in second place right now. He's pushing the DSRack boys around just a little bit. Dolly and Ghost still remaining in first and second. Taxi Cab's just gone down. Oh, he's gone down to fourth. And it's a real battle between the second, third, and fourth place right now. But what they've got to be careful of is not taking each other out. We've currently got the World Gamer Nation guys in fourth, fifth, and sixth. DSRack taking a 3-man lead again. But with a map like this, any dodgy corner, any missed jump, you could really balls it up.
I feel like the F-150 was a really good choice. If there was one thing I had talked to my guys about, it was bring something heavy. You're going to be rolling. And
they came prepared.
I feel like this was the right choice, because World Gamer Nation really is getting pushed around a lot by this ginormous beast of a truck.
But look at this, regardless of what cars the Danish guys have, Taxi Cab is just bruising his way through.
Indeed.
Currently brought himself up to third place, and he knows how important it is for his team to get some points on the board. And look at this great camera angle there. We're watching him go by. We're seeing all the mud splatter across on that grass side of things. And we're hearing a bit of clapping, and I'm not quite sure why we're hearing any clapping. I have no idea what's going on. But we'll focus on the game. It's Taxi Cab's managed to sneak into second place there. No, he's dropped back down. And it's these corners on these rally maps that's just so difficult for Dirt.
A desperate move almost. But
Taxi Cab is doing a great job of doing these desperate moves and actually getting them to work. And then he just gets punished immediately.
And them cars are too heavy for him to fight with.
Exactly. That's just the point.
Yeah,
you need a really serious, good plan to get past one of these cars.
Yeah, he's alone against two. They're blocking in a team now, and they let the third man win the race.
You can see the teamwork on DSRack is just that little bit more better. You look at World Gamer Nation, they're trying to work together, they're trying to pull it, but no one's quite able to keep up with Taxi Cab at the moment. He's the only one able to kind of try battle against anything that DSRack is doing. And we look at them all fire over the jump. The distance between each other is not that big, but DSRack with the heavier cars, the slightly upgraded cars, if you look down the left-hand side, you can see they've got a slight advantage. You're looking at 195, a couple of 19... Yeah, it's all 195s for DSRack. They've all gone exactly the same. Well, World Gamer Nation are 191 and 192, just slightly lesser specs, and that's proving the big difference here, sadly, for World Gamer Nation.
And actually, it sort of feels like World Gamer Nation lost a bit of morale here. Taxi Cab
There he
actually
comes.
being
There
the
we
only
go.
one just...
Taxi Cab just snuck in with third there. So that's going to give him a few points for his team. So we see first on Dolly for DSRack, 5 second, and Taxi Cab third. But DSRack still taking them pole and top positions, just a little bit ahead of World Gamer Nation. And that's going to see him with an even further point advantage. The only way that I can see World Gamer Nation taking this now is if they manage to pull first, second, and third out of the hat on the next map.
Yeah.
Only time will tell. But what did you think of that?
Well, I don't mean to kill the vibe, but I'm not even sure that's going to be enough.
We'll have to wait and see what the scores are going to be.
But yeah, that was a great race, no doubt. Superb blocking from DSRack's sides, and really good job from Taxi Cab's point of view.
He was struggling with fighting against them
was.
two heavy F-150s. But he had his work cut out for him. He was pushing really hard, and to manage to grab third place was pretty good because he was fighting for that hardcore the entire way through that map. What did you think, Chris?
He used his nitros exactly at the right moment and grabbed the third spot, but that was the maximum he could take out of this race. And like we said before, you can't do it alone.
Exactly. Never drive alone is the key words being used here. We're going to be on with the fourth and final map. That's the one.
Map.
I'm getting lost here. We're so focused on the rally racing. It's going to be the fourth and final map next. It's all to play for. Hopefully, World Gamer Nation, if they can manage to pull this back, will be able to finish it all off. There's everyone in the crew raiding and watching to see what happens over here. It's getting exciting, and it's truly a world finals, and you can see why they've got to where they have already. So we'll be waiting in the lobby right now. I can see them all joining it through there on screen. Oh, I'm excited. This is getting a little bit too tense. Oh, no, it's on Airbase Assault, the map that the Danes have probably had the most practice for. It's got the Tree of Paul in it, and it's one where you can take a hell of a lot of shortcuts, and that's what we're going to see from these guys. So we're going to join them straight in on Airbase Assault, and hopefully World Gamer Nation are just as prepared as DSRack ready for this. The score update is going to be with us very soon as we get into the spectate mode. And look at that, 67 for DSRack, 41 for World Gamer Nation. Can they do it? We're trying to do the maths in our head right now, and it's going to be a tricky situation for World Gamer Nation, but I won't count them out of it yet. And look at this to start off with. Taxi Cab has pushed himself all the way to second place. He's taken the same shortcuts as DSRack. He's pushing far ahead. Bandit Ra has managed to take second as well. It's still all to fight for here. It's definitely between the top four. And let's see what Dolly's going to do, because this corner is a tricky one. Ghost is all the way up front at the moment. Bandit Rod just right behind him. And they're sneaking out of here. There we go. They go for that very genius shortcut, I will have to say, through the trees there. And that's given them a nice advantage. It looks like pretty much all of them took it. And that's the benefit. If the first player is taking all these shortcuts, you can kind of follow his line and get the same advantages as him. And then it all comes down to the better driver. So currently we've got DSRack taking first and second. World Gamer Nation. Oh no, DSRack have got all the top 3 spots right now. And hopefully World Gamer Nation can push it a little bit harder. We've got Bandit Ra right on the tail of DSRack right now. He is the man that might be able to change this around, but it's looking very bleak.
We can learn a lot from this as well. Taking all the shortcuts. I've just spotted a few new ones.
Exactly.
There we go. We're getting taught by the Danes already. They'll probably maybe the first world champions we'll see here for Route 909 and the crew. Look at their shortcuts, and maybe we'll be able to implement it into your play yourself when you're playing the games.
I'm actually very happy seeing the guys here driving like they are. World Gamer Nation is really giving it their best, but this map, if anything, is the one we're good at.
See, the map favorites
this is a completely like home field advantage to us. So I'm just stoked that we're gonna end on this note and seeing them do so well. Like if you notice Ghost here, he's an amazing driver. I really can't state that enough. He's doing a great job at never really sliding out. His back end is always controlled if you notice it. And he actually manages to crash just as I said that.
It's the commentator's curse. I always say it when you're talking about one of these players, and this is the beauty of racing. Anything can change and happen here, and if he loses his spot, it could all change around. World Gamer Nation can't be counted out of this as it stands, and they'll be still fighting really hard to make sure that they can get every last point on the board if possible. And I wish we could get a bit of a zoom in here. There we go. DSRack 5, DSRack Ghost, and DSRack Dolly. They are the top three as it is. World Gamer Nation are slowing down. They need to get a move on. Come on, Bandit Rye, you're still in it. It's a tight map, but you can do it. Follow through all of these shortcuts, and let's see if they can push DSRack to their limits like we've seen in the previous races.
They're still getting nervous, even if they're completely in the lead. But it must be...
There's a lot on the line.
Exactly.
You're bound to be nervous. The winner of this is going to go, oh, we lost something there.
Oh, actually, the map ended.
Oh, wow, so they didn't even finish the map.
No.
World Gamer Nation, they will be going in second place. Your team will be taking first in a very convincing fashion there, Nicholas. You and the guys will be off to Gamescom, it is. There we go. And that's it. Our global final winners are DSRack. World Gamer Nation unable to fight it all the way to the end there, but they put up extreme pressure onto DSRack throughout that. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I mean, I'm looking forward to talking to the guys and hearing how they're doing, because this must be amazing for them. They actually were the ones driving. I can just sit here talking about driving.
I think
that's great.
Your tactics worked pretty well, so... congratulations to you and the team for your hard work.
The first tactician of the crew.
And I think you deserve it.
Sure. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
So we'll bring up the schedule on the screen now, and look at that. It's been a long road to the finals, but Europe and DSRack from Copenhagen have taken the first place here. They beat out WGN in quite a convincing fashion. We're all pleased with what we've been able to see here, guys. And any final words from you two before we wrap up this amazing set of games we've seen?
We have seen some great skill driving, and I think the finals were the best races we have seen so far. And I've really enjoyed it, and it's we have seen the best team win. And congratulations again.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Well, I have quite a few last words, actually. I really want to thank Ubisoft and Ivory Tower and all those guys for bringing me along for this and thinking of us in the first place for joining in on Route 909. And the same goes for every other gaming center, I'm sure. They were all very happy to join in. And a collective thank you to everybody for letting us be a part of this.
Likewise.
Yeah, thanks.
Now, I believe we're going to have a player Skype interview with one of your guys, maybe.
Real?
So, I'm hearing that in my ear, so hopefully that's going to be the case before we wrap this up. We won't take anything away from these guys, so let's wait and see what's going on. Hopefully the man in my ear can speak to me again on what's exactly happening before we round it all up. But again, DSRack, they came and they fought really hard. It was very convincing when they took on... So we're going to have the scoreboard come up. There we go. So the final scores for the world final there. DSRack won 91 to 54 of World Gamer Nation. Almost a 40-point lead there. And look at the difference in scores. Dolly taking on 34 for DSRack. Ghost with 29. And Zazax, I believe I'm saying that right, on 28. Zaxax. There we go. We'll do that. And the guys from World Gamer Nation, so close there. I don't believe we will be having the interview with DSRack. So that's all from us. Right. Sorry, Nicholas, we won't be doing that with you. We've spoke to you enough, though. I think we're going to get a feel for it. Right. You've done a great set of work here with your team. You're going to be going off to Gamescom.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that.
It's literally the biggest trade show for the game sections, and
exactly. I'm looking forward to seeing the crew there actually, and trying it out.
Well, I'm sure you guys will be the best people to demonstrate it to some of these guys coming to see it. Show off some of your tactics and give them some skills and tip pointers.
I mean, and I'm really looking forward to the final release of this game and trying it in the beta as well. Like, we've been playing the alpha so far, and it's been amazing. There's, I mean, alpha bugs and here and there, but really looking forward to the final product. I think it has amazing potential, and yeah, it seems we're kind of good at it. So I'm gonna keep at it, and I'm gonna keep streaming and go crazy.
Fantastic. Now, Chris, any final words from you before I wrap this up?
Of course. I'm looking forward to racing against you a couple of times.
Yeah, sure.
Look at this.
Sure.
NMCK is going to bring on the competition to Nicholas here. Let's see what happens. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. This has been a fantastic set of games we've seen over the past 2 days. It's all over now from Route 909 for the moment. But remember, there's still plenty of time to vote for the customization contest. You've just got about a day. Facebook.com/Route909. We'll be over and out with you guys. You can still win some beta keys and stuff, so stick around in Twitch chat. Head on to see us on Twitter. I've been James Banks. I've been your host, and it's been a fantastic set of events we've seen here. I've enjoyed every moment of it, and don't forget, the crew comes out on the 11th of November this year. We'll be back very soon.
Hey, est-ce que
Hey Dad, I'm on TV, I'm on TV! So we've got everyone here right now. This is the whole team behind Route 909, guys. We're trying to squeeze into the... Everyone's jumping on couches and stuff. It's been a fantastic event. Everyone's here. We're ready to have a mini party. Woo! Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we'll be back very soon with some more Route 909 events. It's been a fantastic experience here, and I'm sure you guys have all enjoyed it. Don't forget to keep giving us some action and talking to us all on our social media, and go out and get the crew on the 11th of November.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you. Thanks, guys.
See, we needed...
Yeah, that would have been better.